Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I read this quote somewhere. They say not everything broken needs to be fixed. Some things just needs to be written down. Maybe that's when I penned down this book. This book began on the nights when I couldn't sleep. This book began on the nights when the words were sitting so heavily on my chest and the silence became too loud to bear. This book was born from the spaces that the person had left behind, my friend. From the friendship that faded without even giving me a single warning. From the love that honestly felt permanent, but then it wasn't. I just now I remembered that once my sister, my elder sister, had told me nothing is permanent in this temporary life. And now I believe that she was right. Recently, I had watched a movie, a series, right before writing this. I watched a series called Mismatched. I hope everyone knows it. By Prajakta Kohli and Rohit Saraf. And the only thing I remembered was the beginning, the middle, and the end. And that's when I was sure that my book will also have a beginning, a middle, and the end. When I heard the male actor saying these words that रिलेशनशिप का बिगनिंग इतना अमेजिंग होगा कि आपको लगेगा ही नहीं कि कोई मिडिल और एंड भी है बट देन रियलिटी हर चीज़ का मिडिल और एंड होता है भले वो कुछ भी हो तो इस दोस्ती का भी था और इस बुक का भी है मिडिल एंड एंड वी फेल अपार्ट एंड आई रोट अबाउट इट इज not just a title for me. It's a truth. It's a real life story, a real life experience that I experienced something and then I penned down this book. It's the quietest confessions that are stitched into poetries, into letters, and into the memories that I was too afraid to say out loud. Firstly, I'm an introvert. Secondly, I couldn't speak them out. This book is about holding on and then learning to let go. Just as I said, this book has a beginning, middle, and end. The beginning is when the love felt infinite. I used to touch wood every time I speak to her. Every time she used to say me something and then I used to touch wood. And then came the falling apart. When everything we built was starting to collapse. Everything, whatever memories, dreams, stories, imaginary plots we had built, everything was collapsing little by little. We were forgetting each other's special days, we were forgetting our special days, we were forgetting to talk even. We stopped talking for a month, for a two, and then we separated. And the section 3 and the last is the aftermath. That is the end. That is where I learned to survive, where I learned to self love myself and stop blaming myself for that friendship that has already gone. So basically, when we decided to fell apart, we were already fallen apart, I used to blame myself for whatever has happened. And then a friend of mine came, maybe an angel, a benevolent angel sent by the god. I know she's listening to this video, she might be blushing right now, you don't have to, okay? So she came on wheels and she used to scold me that why are you crying for someone who has already left you? Why are you crying for someone who has not chosen you and calls you names? When my friend went away, I used to believe that it's me who has wronged her, it's me who might have told her something. But in that process, I forget to give myself love. I forgot that there's a term called self love, and I have to give that to myself. Rather, I used to distract myself in every possible way, in emotionally, not physically. I used to blame myself for everything, maybe for hurting her. Sometimes I used to believe that maybe I have hurt her, or maybe I've said something which I shouldn't say, maybe I didn't give her the time, etc. etc. So, this book is about holding on and learning to let go. It's about the grief of still caring for that one person, even when the other person, has already moved on. So, once my friend had already moved on, my then friend, I still used to care about her. I still used to think that, is she fine? I mean, is she okay? We are not in touch. Is she fine? And I used to think about her all the time. And I used to care that maybe I've told her something that might have hurt her. I stopped loving myself. I stopped believing myself in that entire procedure. So this book is for anyone who has ever looked at someone and had seen forever, maybe as a lover or maybe as a friend. It's for those who had loved only to watch it slip away. It's for those who had ever loved very deeply and had worked too much on that friendship, and then they have lost quietly and then healed slowly, slowly. I have healed through writing this book. Maybe your procedure or your healing process might be different. It's for those who have kept all the unspoken, you know, all the unspoken words buried in their throat, in their chest. For the ones who still check on for the people they no longer talk to. Even I used to check on my friend, although I know she has blocked me, but still I used to open my WhatsApp and I used to type her name and I used to check that maybe she might have texted me. Guys, I hope that these little poetries, they feel like pages from your own story and from your own life story, from your own experience. And if they do, know that you are not alone. To the ones who leave and the ones who stay. When I wrote this little title, To the Ones Who Leave and to the Ones Who Stay, I won't say the name, but dear friend, thank you for staying even when the other was gone. Thank you for entering when the other was gone. Thank you for making me self-love myself again. Thank you for making me believe in myself when I lost all the trust on myself, on friendship, on love, etc. You were a benevolent angel then, you are now, and you'll always be. There are certain heartbreaks that don't shatter us all at once. They break us slowly in moments of silence, in words left unsaid, and in memories that cling to our skin long after the people are gone. We Fell Apart and I Wrote About It is an anthology for those who loved too deeply and for those who lost too painfully. It's for the ones who gave too much, for the ones who stayed when the other was already gone. In these few pages, I've just poured the weight of what it feels like to lose not just love, not just friendship, but a piece of yourself in the process. Through poetries and through letters, I have written the story of breaking and of becoming, the love, the falling apart, and the healing that followed. So, guys, if you have ever loved someone who couldn't stay, who didn't want to stay, We Fell Apart and I Wrote About It is waiting for you. Stay tuned for the next section. Until then, bye bye and keep watching.